I'm here with Professor Charles Limoli from the University of California, Irvine, and this year's winner of the Failla Award from the Radiation Research Society. The Failla Award was established in 1962 in honor of Giacchino Failla, one of the founding fathers of the Radiation Research Society and its second president. And this award is given to outstanding members of the Radiation Research Society in recognition of a history of significant contributions to radiation research. And Charlie, you are a wonderful candidate for that. You graduated your BSc in MIT and then followed up with your PhD in University of California, San Diego, and had a stellar career since then, spearheading now the FLASH community, and you were president of the Radiation Research Society in 2016. What is your secret of your success?
Well, I can get to that, but let me first state, Jan, that I'm certainly humbled and honored to be included in a pedigree of, outstanding radiation science previous recipients of the Failla. So, this is super nice to win, and I'm honored and appreciate the recognition. There's no doubt. Secret to success. Everyone has a standard and a mixed answer, but when I think back on my early career, you can't foresee the future, but I think above all else, we were mentioning earlier, good timing and instinct when to pursue new avenues of research and or move to a new university, and it certainly won't discount a bit of luck along the way, but as I've kind of worn a few different hats over the years, I think really what the two most key things, obviously, you hear this from everyone, finding your niche, finding that area that hasn't been super explored, that has potential benefits to either unlock new insights into mechanisms, etc., or, new avenues for translational and clinical applications. And those couldn't have been realized without really finding good collaborators that follow through, that you can trust and have, a skill set that you don't have that's complementary. So I think really those are the secrets. I don't know if it's a secret, but I've been fortunate enough to benefit from all of those in a timely fashion and end up where I am now. So,
well, you've done really well with that. You must have had a lot of luck or just skill. What do you think are the next major challenges for research or radiation research?
Well, I think for the radiation sciences, the challenges remain trying to push our understanding of the mechanisms that contribute to better clinical outcomes. And that's basically efforts to reduce normal tissue toxicities, improve conformal approaches for radiotherapy, in getting better tumor control. We're all, the holy grail of cancer therapy is expanding the therapeutic index. And as I look at when I started my career and to what the young assistant professors are doing now, the challenge now will be collaborating again with people, I think now that have skill sets really in big data management and how to efficiently manage the bioinformatics analysis that seems to be critical for all the big papers now moving forward. And then, of course, that it seems like AI is creeping into our world in many aspects. And I think if properly managed, I know that several people at my university have used AI programs to write grants that require editing. But the use of AI to streamline workflow and all that, I think for someone that's looking forward to be competitive in this field for the next 15, 20 years, it'll be essential to integrate certain components of that. And, eventually that will be hypothesis generating. And then, just getting the hard work done and really critically evaluating your models and where's the next big thing for radiation? Perhaps non-cancer indications. I know that, my field of expertise really is focused lately over the last 10 years in the brain. So what about things like neuromodulation? And can we treat addiction, depression, and other things with highly targeted beams to disinhibit or excite inhibitory circuits to improve mood disorders that have been typically tough to treat with pharmacologic agents. And so that's something that I think is an interesting area to explore. I'm pursuing similar avenues that they do for treating VTAC for cardio ablative radiotherapy. So other big areas for the radiation sciences, I think there's always a role for coming up with new chemical and physical models to help us improve conformal treatments, understanding the risks of low dose and clinical dose radiation exposures. Those have been on the table for some time. And who knows what the next discoveries will bring. I mean, there's a lot of big library screening and coming up with better pharmacologic agents. And then I think the thing that we're all wondering now is, you know, the realm of combined therapies is upon us. And certain combined therapies work well for certain cancers. For brain cancer, for example, they work less well. So how can we optimize the addition of radiation to immunotherapy protocols and chemotherapy protocols to really not target normal tissue toxicity so much, but really start pushing these overall survivals at and improving the quality of life?
You already touched on my next question there with a lot of topics. If you have to pick one, what's your major next opportunity or hot topic in radiation research?
Well, I think it's not so much new anymore, but I think really evaluating the potential benefits of temporal and spatial beam modulation. So that would be obviously a field near and dear to my heart, which is optimizing flash radiotherapy for all beam modalities, electron, photon, and particle. And then really trying to get some trials going in that. There's been some started, but you know, there's obviously more to do. And you know, the spatially fractionated radiotherapy is certainly intriguing and provides, you know, similar intriguing normal tissue benefits and some tumor control. So there's a couple of new beam delivery technologies that really offer a lot of promise to improving outcomes for cancer care.
What is your most memorable experience you had at a Radiation Research Society meeting?
You mean the ones that I can remember?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, to be honest with you, that's clearly a tough question, but I would say it was the year that I put together the meeting in Hawaii. I believe it was 2017. As you know, being a former president, that year that you're VP elect is really the year that you're tasked with getting the meeting organized, inviting all the speakers, and you know, obviously for everyone that's done it, it's a lot of work. But then when you go to the meeting and you see all the people that you've invited and argued with and tried to reorganize things and get them to speak and you know, seeing everyone come and have a good scientific experience at a nice location, like how can you beat Hawaii? You know, that the culmination of all those efforts and having the meeting come off as a success is probably, if I had to pick, that. And then of course the following year when I was president and didn't have so much work, having the meeting in Cancun where everyone we had two nice venues and then seeing everyone come together again and enjoy a good scientific meeting, and the benefits of being at a tropical location, and you know, a lot of people stayed over and had a good time. So you know, I think my most memorable experience of seeing people enjoy the balance between work and life, and you know, the Radiation Research Society does a pretty good job of that. A lot of opportunities to connect and get your work done, and to enjoy the company of and being around your learned colleagues.
Couldn't agree more. Those are definitely two very memorable moments or experiences. So everyone should run for president next.
Yes, I mean it's not that bad, really, is it?
No, it was a lot of fun, I think.
And you learn a lot from it. And you know, for the younger people, I mean, I know you probably don't want to take that on as an assistant professor, but if you got a few grants under your belt and don't have to sweat submitting every cycle, then you know, it's not a bad way to put your stamp on the society and get some visibility and move the field in a way that you think is meaningful.
And if you don't run for president, run for councilor. Yeah?
Get involved, right?
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Charlie. That was a great conversation, and congratulations.
I look forward to giving everyone a snapshot of my career during my lecture in Puerto Rico, and look forward to a great experience.
Thank you.